This is Kyle Juszczyk, and you're listening to Nothing But Niners.
This is Charles Haley. You're listening to Nothing But Niners.
So now they've got to start from deep in their end of the field, and Garrison Hurst takes advantage of it. He takes the handoff, sweeps to his right, gets to the 20. He's at the 30, needs to cut in. He comes back up the right sideline, breaks the third tackle, comes down to the 30. He's down to the 20. He's down to the 10. He's down to the 5. He's into the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown! 49ers! 96-yard run from scrimmage. Garrison Hurst.
Young, back to throw. In trouble, he's going to be sacked. No, gets away. He runs, gets away again, goes to the 40, gets away again, to the 35, cuts back at the 30, to the 20, the 15, the 10. He dies. Touchdown, 49ers.
11's 27-yard line. 49ers into the backfield. Smith on third down. He'll take it himself for first down and more. Alex Smith is in. Touchdown.
His left hip. Third down, Alex takes the snap. Alex looking down in the post, and it's good. Touchdown! Touchdown 49! It is second down. Ryan takes the snap, goes to plant on the left side. It's Russell, intercepted! The 49ers pick it, and Navarro Bowman is redemption! Navarro Bowman running it all the way for a touchdown! No greater redemption!
Kaepernick shoots it. Hold everybody. Colin Kaepernick. What a game. Touchdown.
Yeah. Click, boom. What's going on, faithfuls? The Nothing But Niners crew is back, and we're here to bring you guys another fun-filled episode. Stop lying. Nothing But Niners podcast and show and da-da-da-da-da. I'm your guy, 49ers Mike _NFL. To my right, also my left, is my guy, Brian. He is Stater _Niner, pouring up a good brew. My man, cheers.
Cheers.
Let's do it, baby. There you go. Let me go through these formalities really quick, just in case this is someone's first time checking this out. If you've never been here on the YouTube page, we thank you guys for checking us out. Hopefully you enjoy the show. Click that like and subscribe button. Also, turn on those notifications so you know exactly when we're going live. All right. Give us a follow on some social media platforms. We have Twitter and Snapchat. Those handles are Nothing But Nine, ERS. All right. And then we also have Facebook, Instagram, as well as Twitch. And that is Nothing But Niners, spelled all the way out. Questions, suggestions for the show, you can send us an email at nb9ers@nothingbutniners.com. Ryan, how you feeling tonight, man? What's going on?
I'm feeling good. You know, we got the 53 knocked down. We're building a 16-man practice squad. And, you know, we got a couple of movements that happened today financially. So, you know, I'm always looking at those numbers.
Well, let's talk about it. That is a great place to start. You know, the 49ers are moving some guys around, man. Now, I heard, are we taking over Philly September 19th? Just got my Jermaine, you know it, man. I'm there. I'm in there like swimwear, man. I'm going to be there. So it's going down. It's going down. Logan, what's going on, man? Guys, thanks for the love early on in the show, man. Brian's on top of it. I'm over here trying to get the hookah lit, and my man is like on the ball over there, man.
I'm just trying to make sure they don't disappear, man. That's all.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. The team is moving people around. I saw a tweet today that said Michael Kendrick signed with another team.
I did not see that, but okay. If we gave him that injury settlement, then he's free to do whatever he wants.
Yeah, but how did I see that tweet? Well, go ahead. Let's break down the latest news. I know you said you had it there. Go ahead.
Well, I just got what was in the chat there. I'm not sure where it came from, but they said that he had an injury settlement and we were on the hook for $200,000, which is better than what I thought we were going to be, because I figured we were looking more like 4.5, maybe 500,000. But so while it doesn't seem like a lot right now, we can use all the numbers we got because we're like, 1.4 mil right now cap space.
But we're 1.4 mil with one of the best and deepest rosters in the NFL.
Oh,
I mean,
sure.
isn't that worth it?
Well, yeah, but I still expect that once the dust settles from, the movements and, bringing players on and off the practice squad, and once they adjust everything to where you kind of see it sitting for the year. I mean, I know there's still going to be changes, but we're going to be looking at having to do some more movements as far as maybe restructuring, maybe extending Tomlinson or a restructure for Armstead, something along those lines. And I know that there's some numbers out there, Carlos, about it being higher than it is, but those numbers don't take into consideration the dead money that we acquired from releasing players or the practice squad, which is like almost $3 million.
Right. Okay, so then all right. So we go out there now. How are injury settlement numbers like? They can't just come out of nowhere.
Typically,
Typically, hey, injured, so we're just going to give you $5. You wouldn't go.
No, so typically the way it works for an injury settlement, obviously an agent's always going to try to push longer. So typically what they do is, so we'll just go with even numbers, right? So I don't even want to talk numbers actually. So so you got a guy who's on a contract for 18 weeks for the, playing this NFL season, and say like with Richie James. If they say his injury is going to be, 6 to 10 weeks, right? Then their agent's going to fight for them to get 10 weeks worth of their salary as part of their settlement. And then the Niners will come back and say, well, it should only take him 6 weeks to get healed up. We're only going to give him a 6-week settlement. And then they have to barter back and forth until they get to wherever they're happy with. But that's how it works out. So they get a certain amount of weeks, and it's usually based off of how long the healing time is.
Based off of, 4 to 6 weeks, then it's that number there. That's right. Okay. Now let me just Google this guy really quick. I hate that I'm even about to do this, but this was someone that I was not excited about the Niners signing in the first place. I can't remember how to spell his name.
Which one?
Michael Kendricks.
Oh.
Marvin Michael Christopher Kendricks, to be exact. I guess not. I guess he didn't. I swear I thought I saw something that said he signed with like was it the Falcons maybe?
That was Goldman.
Huh?
Goldman went there.
No, not Goldman. All right, well, it doesn't matter. All right, so he's gone. That was one of the moves the team made since our last video. Our last video, we broke down the 53. Is that correct?
Yes.
Now, we had some suggestions and expectations that were going to happen following the final 53-man roster. We were talking about how, some guys were going to go on IR and all that, and some of that happened. We were spot on.
Yep.
And also, well, never mind. I won't say what I was about to say. Let's talk about the guys that went to IR first. So one of the players who surprised us the most was not that he went to IR, but he surprised the most, like just being on the roster, was Devontae Harris.
Yep.
So this move was very interesting to me because I didn't even know he was injured. Did you know he was injured?
I did not.
So not only is he a mystery man, we're sitting around and we're like, how does he make this team? Who is this guy? What did he do that we saw? They wanted to keep him. They wanted to stash him, and they plan on using his services later in the season. So they make him make the 53. They risk losing Dante Johnson, and then they bring him in on the IR. They put him on the IR where he can return after,
right.
What is it? I think it's 3 weeks. It's not even 6.
Right,
Like
3 weeks
right?
now.
So they really saw something in him. What does all that mean for a guy that's unknown? Like, I know we were already fascinated with who this guy was and where he's from and everything, but like, what does that mean to you?
Well, I mean, obviously he put up, his career season there when he was with Denver 2 years ago. And so I think that coming into this system, I think that maybe they saw some potential for him to, be a good quality depth piece versus Dante. And then, while he's getting healed up, you bring Dante back in, to help fill that void until whenever, because we don't know, because we don't even know. I don't even know what the injury is. So, I mean, I don't know how long he's going to be out.
All right. No, you're right, man. So I don't know what the injury is. I don't know how he made the team. They saw something that they liked, and that's got to be exciting for somebody out there. So I will be cheering for him. The other move was the obvious one. You want to break that one down?
You're talking about Hurst? Yeah, so Hurst, same situation. We knew he was injured. We knew that he was probably going to be. I mean, we talked about it when we broke down the 53. We knew that he was probably going to end up on the short-term IR, and that we would bring somebody else back. Obviously, we didn't know who that was. I mean, I'm happy that it was offensive lineman Jake Brindle. Because I think that for the most part, I think we have a general consensus that we were all kind of upset that he was gone, because we need that dedicated center backup behind Mac. I know Brunskill can do it, but I think we're better off with Brindle back on the squad.
Okay. All right. And so those two moves obviously lead to free roster spots. You just talked about Jake Brindle being one of those guys. And then obviously Dante Johnson was the guy that they brought back. When you look at Jake Brindle and Dante Johnson, is it safe to say that those were the two guys that we didn't see not making the roster? So that's why they were the obvious people to bring back right away?
Well, I think they were also in a position that because they're vested veterans, that we didn't have to deal with the waiver wire. We could just send them out there and then get them back. So they probably did all that footwork ahead of time, before, hey, we're going to release you, but we're bringing you right back. We have to do this for Mo in order to keep.
They probably had contracts on the table for them already as well.
I'm assuming, yeah. I'm sure they signed the exact same contracts they already had. They were just being team players and allowing them to release them and then bring them back in order to keep those other two players and put them on the short-term IR.
So I figured out how the whole, what's the difference between waived and released? Have you figured it out yet?
I know the difference between the two.
Oh, break it down for the people who don't know then, damn it. Let's go.
Why don't you know?
No, listen. So first of all, I do know. That's why I was going to tell you if you didn't know.
Okay.
All right. But you hear people say, oh, we waived this guy, we injured waive this guy, or we released this guy. Well, what's the difference?
Right.
So when you waive somebody, they have to go through the waiver wire.
Right.
They have to have 4 or less years.
3 now. 3 accrued seasons.
3?
Yep.
See, there you go. I thought it was 4. So 3 or less years of football NFL experience. So it's basically for people who have not completed a rookie contract. That's basically what it is. If you have completed a rookie contract, you are not someone who can just be grabbed and plucked by another team. You are free to go wherever you want right away.
Well, they don't have to finish their rookie contract. It's just accrued seasons.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But a rookie contract is minimum of 3 years, whether it's undrafted free agent or whatever. It's a minimum of 3. That's why I said that. So It's basically someone who doesn't have a rookie's contract, a completed rookie contract is what I'm saying. So when you have those guys, you can make deals. Hey, we're going to release you, but sign you back right away for this much money. You can tell them those things, and a lot of times the guys go through with it. Like, all right, cool, I'll be back. It's fine with me. They know what their future is. Now, my question is, do you think those guys go out there and say, hey, the Niners are going to do this with me? Do you want to bring me back? Do you think they go around and shop themselves to see if they can get a better deal? Or
I don't know.
is that the agent's job to do? Do you think the agents should do that?
It's definitely in the agent's best interest to do that, because obviously the more money the player makes, the more money the agent makes, right? Because they make a percentage of whatever that is they're making, the players make. So it would make sense for them to do that. However, I think that the 49ers are probably fairly smart, and the front office picked players who have loyalty to this team, I think. I mean, I don't think Dante Johnson was going to go out there and get a 3-year, $5 million deal like when we released him. Somebody was going to sign him to a league minimum. Same thing he's already going to get with us. So why not stay in a place that you're familiar with and comfortable with while doing the team a solid by allowing them to, move Harris to the IR or whatever. It seems like it's in your best interest to do that. I mean, we know he's a perennial backup, right?
I don't think he signs for the league minimum with us. I don't think so.
I think he does.
No way. I don't even think his last contract with us was for the league minimum.
Yes, it was.
He's worth more than that.
He signed a league minimum contract.
This last one?
Yes. So Dante, hold on. I'll pull up his waived contract.
$1,075,000. That's the league minimum?
Well, I mean, his cap hit was, excuse me, less than that.
His cap hit was 800,000.
850,000.
Oh yeah, 850,000. Yeah.
Right. That's a league minimum for his accrued years. Because each year that you have that's accrued, you're going to get whether you're in that 660 bracket, the 850 bracket, the 920 bracket. Those are all based off accrued seasons. But it's a league minimum or a vet minimum for the amount of accrued seasons that you have.
All right. Interesting.
So I don't think he lost a dime by doing what he did.
No, not at all. No. I don't think so either. And the money that whatever guarantee money he signed to even be with the team in the first place, just like we were talking the other night about
which he had zero.
Huh?
He had zero.
He had zero.
Yeah. No guaranteed money in his contract.
Oh, he had zero.
He had zero, yes.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. I thought you said he had zero. I was like, what does that mean?
No.
All right.
Dante Johnson had zero guaranteed cash.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about what this episode is going to be about. Okay. We got to stop lying to ourselves as faithful, as podcasters, as the season approaches. We see the final roster. Yeah, we got some depth, but we got some holes and we got some question marks also. So my challenge to everybody out there is to stop lying. Okay? Stop lying to yourselves, guys. Ready? I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer honestly. Who's going to be our punt returner?
We haven't been told, so I don't know. It could be. We have several guys on this roster who can do it. We just haven't been told who it is.
Who's going to be our kickoff returner?
Same situation.
Exactly.
But that doesn't mean it's not already decided. It's just we don't know yet.
Yeah. No, I'm saying, but we have to stop lying to ourselves, I'm saying. Not the team. The team knows what they're doing. Kyle said, yeah, I have an idea who's going to be, but I don't have to tell you guys.
Right?
Okay.
So what are we lying to ourselves about?
Because this happens. Right?
It's a possibility.
Oh, sure. I'm a possibility. They could have called me and worked out.
You are not on the 53-man roster. You're not
I don't have to be. Mike. They can sign me later. I don't have to be. Okay.
Right now, you're not a possibility.
So they're saying Brandon Ayuk is a possibility. I'm hearing Deebo Samuel is a possibility.
Yep.
I'm hearing Mohamed Sanu is a possibility. Guys, we don't know. And we're trying to come up with all these great reasons as to why they could be this guy, they could be that guy, and but we don't know. We have no idea. We have no clue. Why on earth would Deebo Samuel be a return man? Other than he did it in college.
Because he did it in college.
Right. But in the NFL, he can't stay healthy. So we're going to do that to him? Why on earth would Brandon Ayuk be a return man?
I know. It's like what we talked about on the 53. I mean, you'd be worried about putting I know that there are teams that have done in the past, but would be personally concerned if we took our number one wide receiver and threw him back in a spot where, you have a higher percentage of injury happening on a return than you do during, a normal play, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, I personally would prefer if he wasn't the guy, but if that's the way the team goes, then I'm going to get behind it 100%.
Absolutely, as will we all. But what about logic? This right here, Niner Faithful says Ayuk has hammy issues right now, and we expect him to be the return guy week 1. This guy is not missing practices right now as we speak, and we expect him to be the return guy right away. Stop lying.
I think there is plenty of options on this team. To they can go with whoever they feel is the best hand at the time for that week's game.
Yes, sir. I agree.
I mean, we didn't keep Webster. Webster would have been a dedicated return man. That's what his job would have been, special teams. Yep.
And now he's over in Chicago, and he's going to be doing just that over there for them. No other job, just the return guy. Now, not crying over spilt milk. Good job to him. There's some other things that I want us to stop lying about to ourselves about. Some things are going to be a little more harsh than others. So I'm going to give you an opportunity to jump in here. If you have a stop lying that you want to say, or get off your chest. Because if not, I'm going to keep going.
You just keep rolling with it, man. I told you, I don't have anything to lie about. I feel like we've been pretty, I don't feel like we've had our heads in the clouds about this team.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Okay. All right. I'm going to ask you another question.
Tell me why we had our heads in the clouds.
Here we go. Is this a Super Bowl winning team right now?
Yes.
Not is this a playoff team?
Super Bowl winning team. Yes.
Is this a team that can go out there and win a Super Bowl this season?
Yes.
Stop lying.
Be faithful. Get out of there with the doubtful crap.
Stop lying. Come on, B.
No, this roster, Super Bowl contender and winner.
This roster. We don't even know who our quarterback is.
We know who our quarterbacks are.
Exactly. And if you got two quarterbacks, you got no quarterbacks.
I don't agree with that.
Right?
I don't agree with that.
Okay. Let's stick with the
So I think that they're going to roll with Jimmy and they're going to use Trent sporadically, just like what we saw New Orleans do. I think that that's exactly what they're going to do.
Trey. But no.
What
All
did
right.
I say?
You said Trent. Do you honestly think? You honestly think? Look at Miss Debbie. She got your back. Whatever, Miss Debbie. I'm not scared of you when I'm over here. You can't reach me. You can't reach me.
She reach out and slap you.
You honestly think that this team is going to do what they did in game 3 of the preseason?
I think that this team is going to be better than they were in 19. All around. Obviously, you don't. You can get your head out of the clouds.
No. I haven't responded to that yet because I'm thinking on it. I'm letting it stew. I'm soaking it in because I want to disagree, but I can't. But that does not mean that the team is ready right now. And there's a difference.
Sure.
There's a big difference, right? We have these quarterbacks that are going to go back and forth, right? We have wide receivers that couldn't beat out 37-year-old Mohamed Sanu and decrepit Jalen Hurd. Think about that. Okay? So we've got question marks at the quarterback position. We've got question marks at the wide receiver position.
You have questions.
If you're being honest with yourselves,
I don't have any questions.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. Don't put words in my mouth. What have I been saying for the entire offseason? Whether anybody wanted to agree with it or not, I stuck to my guns. I don't have any problems with where we are in our quarterback room right now.
Where are we in our quarterback room in your opinion?
In my eye, I think that Jimmy is the starter, and you're going to see Trey sprinkled in so that he can get those reps, get more NFL level experience, and eventually take over this team. But I don't think he's going to be doing it this year.
So you think that this team with Jimmy is good enough to win a Super Bowl?
Absolutely.
No way.
Okay.
No way. And this is why I say no way. Because if that was the case, they would not have traded up to number 3 to replace Jimmy eventually.
Oh, my haters are in the room too. Awesome.
What? I'm not your hater.
No.
I'm talking about us.
Oh, I know.
Because you are intelligent enough to acknowledge that the team felt Jimmy was holding them back, and that's why they traded up, right?
Right, for the future of this team.
Yes, I didn't say right now. I'm just saying for the future. Okay, they feel like at somewhere down the line, whatever stage it is, Jimmy is capping something, and so they wanted more.
Right. They wanted more from this team, and I think John Lynch has said it pretty well that, they've bringing in competition has helped push Jimmy to be better. So we haven't seen this new better Jimmy really yet, have we?
So that's where we're different. I think we've seen Jimmy's ceiling in this offense already.
The organization said he's got a higher ceiling now than he had before by saying that he's pushed him to be a better quarterback. You can read into it however you want, but that's what they said.
They said he's had his best off-season program, which is only his second one he's had here.
Sure.
So, okay. So he's got a 50-50 chance of having either his best one or his worst one, right? So that's not telling me much.
He's better than he has been in the past. That's what it tells me.
If the team had faith in Jimmy, they wouldn't have traded up to replace him. That's not a debate. We know that. They don't. At some point, somewhere, they feel like Jimmy is limited. I'm not saying that they think he's bad. I'm not saying that he's trash. So stay with me, right?
I'm listening.
Okay. So if Jimmy couldn't do it before, what on earth makes you think he can do it now?
I think he did do things before. He does things good. He does things poorly. And I think that having someone push him to be a better quarterback and try to keep his job, right? Because that's what he's ultimately about, being the start. He wants to be the starter of this team, right? This is his team that he feels. That's what the way it's projected through the media. That's the way when we see him in pressers, that's how we see him present himself, that this is his team. And I haven't seen anything to say otherwise at this juncture from the team, from Jimmy, or from Trey to tell me that Trey's ready to step in and be the guy. And I'm not ready to give up a Super Bowl season potential so that we can put Trey in there to let him grow this year. He can grow next year. We have a good shot to actually win the championship this season.
Stay with me. I never said Trey was ready this year. I don't believe Trey is ready right now. So that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we have a young quarterback who is not ready. That's why he's not the starter. And we have another quarterback that the team knows isn't the answer.
But can still get you to a Super Bowl.
He did when he
was part of a team that got us to a Super Bowl. We have a similar team to get us back to a Super Bowl now.
Don't say he was part of a team that got us to a Super Bowl.
Why? That's what everybody else says. Why can't I say that?
Because we are supposed to be telling the truth in this episode. Trent Dilfer got a team to the Super Bowl and won. Right. They didn't bring him back the next year.
Every time I bring up anything positive light towards Jimmy, it's all naysay. Oh, we can't do this because Jimmy limits us. We can't do this because Jimmy limits us. Well, then I won't give him any credit. He gets zero credit for the 19 season, but he was part of a team that got to the Super Bowl, and most of that team is either here or we've improved those positions. I think.
But you're being extreme. I'm not bashing Jimmy. I'm telling you what the team told us by their actions.
How you interpret their actions. I got it.
No, you agreed.
I agree. We're building for the future, not now.
Yes, you agreed that the team felt that he limited us somehow in some fashion, and they wanted better in the future.
And I agree. They have done that.
Okay. So when you have a guy who's only played 5 games for you, it's safe to say that not all the film is out there on him, right? But you couple that 5 games with another 19 games, and then you see what the trend was in the postseason. Teams were figuring him out. And so they said, hey, guys, I don't know if we can do this again. So we got to try something else. We got to go somewhere else and get something else. And that's what they did.
Okay.
Isn't the team telling us that
they're going to be moving on for the future because they want a quarterback who is better? Yes, in the future.
So aren't they telling us that right now this is not a Super Bowl team?
No.
Until we get better at that position?
We were able to get to the Super Bowl with the position as it is. Now we're even better. So why would we not get back to the Super Bowl?
Okay.
You want to throw out errant arguments? We can talk about it in spades. I mean.
Oh, he said spades. Oh, my man said the S word. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right. So we'll see what happens. But I think you're not being honest with yourself, buddy.
I feel like you're being a huge doubter right now because you've been listening to too many of your friends talk about Jimmy and what he can and can't do.
No, this isn't about Jimmy. That was just one thing. The other part of
did we get better at the running back position than we were in 19?
Let me see. We had Yeah.
Did we get better at the wide receiver position than we were in 19? So you think because Emmanuel Sanders isn't on this team, we're worse?
No, that's not what I'm saying at all.
Because we had Pettis and we had James. So how did we downgrade from the roster we had in 19 at that position?
Because we have Mohamed Sanu, we have Jalen Hurd and Jawan Jennings.
And you don't trust those guys?
Hell no.
You haven't seen them yet?
Nobody does. This is the Stop Lying episode. And you know I'm the biggest Jalen Hurd pom-pom having shaking guy.
I'm telling you right now, this wide receiver room is better than it was in 19.
How?
Because it is.
How?
Watch. We can't say. I mean, I feel like the caliber and the potential of the players that we currently have on this roster are better than the caliber and potential, other than Emmanuel Sanders, of the players that we had in 19.
You're okay. So potential. I like that P word. You snuck that in there. I'll give you that. I like that.
Tight end room. Is it better?
Potential.
Tight end room, same, better?
It's the same. It's the same.
Dwelly got better.
He didn't get better. It's the same.
Okay.
Dwelly was always a solid.
Is our offensive line better than it was then? Or does it have the potential to be better?
No, I can't. I cannot say that.
So
I'll give you the Joe Staley to Trent is an upgrade. Trent's an upgrade, right?
Yeah.
Oh wait, you know what? We had a backup center at the time, but I'm not willing to say that Alex Mack is better because of how much older he is. I don't know yet.
So you don't think he's better than Garland?
I'm not talking about Garland. I'm talking about Richburg. I don't know that Alex Mack is going to be better than Richburg was back in that year. I don't know that. What
defensive line's better.
We have Tomlinson. That's the same.
Yep.
And the right guard is still a revolving door. We don't know. So I can't just say yes.
But when we were successful, Brunskill was in there with Garland and McGlinchey on that side, right? So McGlinchey's still there. To me, I think you've upgraded with Mack. I think you've upgraded with Trent. And Tomlinson's still there. So the only thing that's different is really different is that Mack is there versus Garland or Richburg. And I think that he's going to be a better fit in Shanahan's system. I mean, they brought him in for a reason.
Oh.
He's got plenty of experience in Shanahan's system. So I think that, yes, we did upgrade. Or at a minimum, you could call it a push. I don't think there's any way you can say we downgraded that offensive line.
No, I don't think we're worse. But you asked if we were better, and that's what that was. I couldn't say that honestly. I couldn't say better honestly. So yeah. Now at least a push with the potential to be better.
Yeah.
And like you used the potential word for the wide receivers, I agreed when you said that also, right? Potentially better, absolutely. Wide receiver room potentially better. Offensive line potentially better. We'll see, right? And even the quarterback's room, potentially better, right? At least the same Jimmy. I do think that he's capped out, but you think that there's more potential, but at least the same Jimmy. With Trey getting more comfortable, the potential to give us another level.
Sure.
So I'll give you the potential.
It'll be a different scheme than we saw in 19 for sure.
Yes, absolutely. So then you go to the defensive line. Hands down upgraded. Mike won't even try to argue that.
Okay.
I'm excited about the defensive line. Secondary.
Same or better. Who was here in 19, Mike?
Richard Sherman.
No. Oh, you're talking. I'm thinking about linebackers. But if you're going to throw Richard.
I said secondary. I'm sorry. I said the secondary is the same. I mean, the linebackers are the same.
Right.
It's the same group.
Same group. Same group.
I guess if you include some experience, I guess they'll be a little bit better, right?
Sure.
Okay. But then the secondary, we can't just say it's better.
We're same at the nickel. Okay.
Older though.
Verrett's there. I think Verrett's a step up from
Sherman,
where we were at.
Or Okello. No, Okello didn't start the Super Bowl. It was Mosley.
I'm not talking about the Super Bowl. I'm talking about the whole season. But to get us to the Super Bowl, I mean, I think that the secondary has the potential, especially with those two young guys, because I still think Demo's got a good chance to supplant Mosley at some point this season.
That's the potential word.
It's all you can really base it on. We don't have facts. It's all potential.
No, you're absolutely right. But this is my point. I think we need to stop lying and just look at what is. I think this team is a playoff contention team. I think this team is a team that can go in and win a playoff game. But I'm not sure this team can go in and win a Super Bowl. I don't see that.
Okay. I think you got somebody lit some doubt in your mind.
No,
it's not being reality didn't set in all of a sudden. There's some doubt coming in now for some reason, and I don't know what happened, Mike.
There's no new doubt or anything like that. What this is reality. We're all hyped, we're all excited and everything, but then when the dust settles, you turn and you look at the team, you say, damn, uncertainty at the biggest position in the league, right? And I don't know about you, but I'm not too comfortable with Mosley. Mosley's not too comfortable with himself. He was benching himself last year down the stretch. So now that leaves us with him or one of the two rookies people are saying Ambry Thomas is a letdown so far. Not me. This is just what the rumblings are. I don't know. But there's a lot of hype about Diamador Lenore, right?
Yep.
I mean, we're trading one good corner for one.
No, and I'll be the first to say that Demo has proven me wrong because I keep using my experience of what I saw while he was with the Ducks, right? And he is overly aggressive. He got caught off all the time, not all the time, but enough to where it made me hesitant to be like, yeah, he should be on our team and be a draft. But when seeing him, I know he's going up against 2s and 3s, for the most part, but seeing what he could do in this system in the during our preseason, he's impressed me. Like the things that he was what I construed as being not great in college seem to be working to his advantage and favor in the NFL so far. I mean, obviously we haven't played a regular season game yet, but
and that aggressiveness, in my opinion, is going to bode well once that defensive line is really going 100%. Now, he could be a Marcus Peters type boomer bust guy. Like he's either going to make a play or shouldn't have jumped that route. You should have tried to probably stay put a little bit, and you know what I'm saying. So, but I think he'll lead the team in interceptions once he gets in. Like he's that kind of risk taker. You know what I'm saying? Like I like that about him behind a good defensive line. I like that about him. Breezy,
yo,
how much have you heard, man?
I don't even know what the hell I don't know who you got talking.
He wants you to bring me back down on the ground, keep my head out of clouds.
See, Brian, this is not an attack on you, man. Don't do that. So this is the Stop Lying episode. I think we've been lying to ourselves about. Breezy, do you think this team can win the Super Bowl this year?
Yes.
Not do you want them to, not do you hope. When you reflect honestly, do you think this team can win the Super Bowl this year?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. The team is built on all 3 levels: offense, defense, and special teams.
We don't even have a return.
We do have a return.
We have one. You just don't know who it is yet, Mike.
Hey, can you guys tell me, because somebody tried to tell me that the coach said that Brandon Ayuk was going to be the guy returning, and I didn't hear any coach say that. Not Hightower, not Kyle Shanahan.
Nobody said that.
Okay. I remember him saying that Brandon Ayuk has done some stuff in the past and he looks good doing it, but I don't remember him making him the return guy.
Nope.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. But yes, I do believe that the 49ers can win the Super Bowl. 100%. Don't mind me. I'm trying to pull up this Ohio State game on the TV because they're getting their ass whipped right now. So
it's on fire. It was 10-0 when I turned it off.
It's 14-10 now.
That's not getting their ass. Don't do that.
Listen, whenever Ohio State is getting beat, that's them getting their ass whipped. Like they're never gonna get blown out.
You a Michigan fan, right?
Yeah, but they just getting beat right now.
That's how it happens. Okay, I get it. Breezy, I want you to tell us something in here that we have to be honest with, that we haven't been completely honest about.
Okay.
Going into the season.
And no, I'm not playing games, you mother suckers. Played your back. Sorry.
Tell us something that we have to be honest about. That's what we're doing in this episode.
Well, what were you guys just talking about? I would like to chime in.
Well, we started with no, we didn't start with
Mike said we're not gonna be a potential Super Bowl winner with this team that we currently have. We can make it to the playoffs, and he wants to know why each. Well, I used each position group as to why to say we are in a better position now than we were in 2019 by position group. And I think that we've kind of acknowledged the fact that the only position group that we disagreed on was the quarterback room.
Okay.
He thinks that we got better at the quarterback position. No. How do we say that, Brian?
I said that the room is better, and that we've heard from the team that Jimmy is being pushed to be better through training camp because he's got someone to push him actually for a change. And that his ceiling will be the same or slightly even more than what we saw in 19 because he's being pushed harder.
That's what the difference was. So I said that the team told us Jimmy wasn't the guy by trading up and drafting him. They felt that he limited or capped this team in some way. Okay. Brian agreed to that. And I said, Jimmy hasn't gotten better.
Okay.
He said, oh, they're saying that he had his best camp. I said, he's only had 2 off seasons. So he either got better or he got worse. Yeah, that's all he's had with the team, right? So then I said, Trey Lance is not ready to take over.
Okay.
That's why he's not the starter.
Okay.
So that means that we're in the same. We're not ready to be better than what we were in 2019 with Jimmy.
But the room is better because we've got Trey versus. If Trey was put in the game because something happens to Jimmy, he's going to be better than CJ or Nick, right? Can we at least agree to that?
I think so.
Okay, so then therefore the quarterback room has to be better than it was in 19.
I agree with Brian. I agree that the quarterback room is better, but I don't think individually, like Mike is saying, I don't think Jimmy is better. I think Jimmy is the same Jimmy, but I think overall the team is better. The team is healthier. The team is better at skill positions. The team is better as far as players having experience now. It's not all they're young, but they're young with experience now. Like, you know what I'm saying? And how many players on this team is from the 2019 Super Bowl team? There's a lot. That's experience, bro. So you can't say that we haven't gotten better. And so even if Jimmy doesn't take a huge quarterback leap because his ceiling is capped, we're still better, right? Because all Jimmy has to do is do the things that we need Jimmy to do to make the rest of the machine work. And so by that means, I feel like we're better. Jimmy doesn't have to get better, because I don't think he can get better. I think Jimmy can just go out there and just be Jimmy and just be a healthy Jimmy is better. How about that? Can I just?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think that he
love the visor, bro.
2 more years, and obviously didn't get a full year last year, but 2 more years underneath Kyle Shanahan's system and understanding how that everything's supposed to function.
He should be refined now.
Even so, I think every year you're going to be better. Your ceiling may be the same. You may only be able to do the same passes or read the field the same way, but you should be able to read it faster. You should be able to just
no, not faster as far as speed. Mike, stop making the ugly gas faces. But I do agree with
y'all saying stuff that y'all know it don't matter, bro.
What you mean it don't matter? He's saying that Jimmy's processing should be better. Like it should be better.
Who was the smartest quarterback in the room the last 2 seasons?
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Nick Mo. Okay, so we're going to ignore all the reports that we ever heard.
That stuff was bull. If Nick was so smart, why he not here?
Because he's physically limited.
His athleticism.
Jimmy.
Okay, so Jimmy,
he's not the fastest processor. Everybody acknowledged that. Even the coach acknowledged that.
I'm not gonna argue with you about a processing, but he doesn't have the ability. Jimmy gives you
Jimmy, and he should be processing faster.
But he's giving you.
Didn't watch the same preseason I watched.
He's giving you medium
better.
He's giving you the same process. He's giving you the same athleticism, and we're hoping that his processing is better. That's all. From the training camp
preseason I watched, right?
Can I just finish? God dang it. I just said that Jimmy isn't better. Right? I said he doesn't have to be. As long as the rest of the team is able to pick up and do their part, I think Jimmy can provide us with the wins to get us into the dance where we need to be in the right position to win a Super Bowl. We all know that Jimmy still struggles at processing, throwing the ball to certain positions on the defense, right? Even if it's our own people, he's throwing it to him. It's his same Achilles heel, right? No pun intended. I'm no knock on wood or whatever. I ain't talking about his real Achilles, but that's his weakness, right? And so, in that processing line, he might not necessarily be better. But let's get Jimmy back to throwing those quick throws, getting the ball out of his hand, so we ain't got to throw it down the field. Maybe Jimmy's just not the down the field guy unless it's play action pass, it's man coverage, and the middle is wide open, and all he's got to do is sit it in the middle of the zone and let the guys do their thing. We're built off of yak guys, so we're better. Our guys are more seasoned. Jimmy is more seasoned. That's what Brian was saying. He's seasoned now. Like, he's been in the system. This is why everybody wants Trey Lance to sit. Get the seasoning, put the Lowrys on, put the adobo, like whatever you got, like get seasoned. And that way, when it's your time to come out there, we already know that Trey Lance has the higher ceiling. We already know that Trey Lance can throw the ball farther. We already know that Trey Lance can run the ball better. We already know that Trey Lance is a bigger body quarterback. We all know that Trey Lance is more athletic. Now, Mike, like you said, once he's ready, it'll be his time. In the meantime, right now, we could win the Super Bowl with Jimmy.
Because of the run game and the defensive line.
It's still with Jimmy.
No, I'm verifying what you guys are saying. Because the run game is better and the defensive line is better.
Oh, yes.
And the offensive line is better.
And the offensive line is better.
Brian, we just did this. Don't make it.
I know we did.
But how's the offensive line not better?
That's what I'm saying.
How is it better?
How is it not?
Trent is an upgrade over Joe. As much as I love Joe, I feel that Trent is an upgrade.
And it's
Robinson is still there.
And
Max
it's
is an upgrade as far as I'm concerned.
We can't say
run
Max
skill. Same guy as 19.
We can absolutely say that Mac is an upgrade. We can absolutely say it. Without seeing him play, we can say that he's an upgrade. Just like we feel that Trey Lance is an upgrade over Jimmy. Like we absolutely can say that.
We can say what? What did you say?
Like Trey is an upgrade over Jimmy. That's what I said.
How
is he not? It doesn't matter whether he's is yet or not. He's going. He's an upgrade. He's an upgrade over at least 6 out of the categories I just mentioned. That's upgrade. He's just not ready to take the field. That's all. He can still do things better. That's all I'm trying to say. It's an upgrade. Whether you put him in or not, he's an upgrade.
Right. And Richburg was out part of 19 also with injury. So Persons was in there as well. So that rotation that we had, at least if Max stays healthy, we have some certainty at that position and somebody who knows has been well versed in Kyle's system, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would say that the starting offensive line guys is better.
Sure.
I think when you get to the depth, it has the potential to be better, but I think that's where it gets scary. So, like you said, Brian, if Matt can't stay healthy and then they have to insert a Brendel,
yeah.
Can he be better than Ben Garland? You know what I'm saying? Is he a better version of Ben Garland? I mean, it appears to be.
It looks like it through preseason, but again, that's 2s and 3s he's going up against. So
I agree. I totally understand. And we're hoping he doesn't have to go against the ones, right? Because we're hoping Mac and his sweaty ass can get us through the season.
We got to bring up the sweaty ass.
It is what it is. That's factual.
Yep, it is what it is.
Mike, don't read that comment.
Mike's still over here hating. So
no, Mike trying to read the comments. Like what? Mike, we can't hear you. Number one.
Don Burr is a female?
Oh, I thought Don Burr was a dude. This whole time.
I have no idea.
Oh well, I mean, I guess I shouldn't say that because it doesn't mean that it says you and your husband. That was stupid of me to say. Doesn't mean that it's a.
You're living in a non-inclusive world, Michael.
I'm sorry. That was very ignorant. Because my next stop line was gonna be to Don Burr.
Don Burr is a female on weekends. You guys are
don't read.
They're just gonna tear each other,
bro.
Tear each other up in the chat.
Man, guys,
my next stop line was gonna be to Don Burr. I've been waiting for them.
Thanks, Dino.
To get into the chat because this week 1 bout that's coming up. Listen, I looked at the Lion 53-man roster. Hey, Don Burr, you thought you were gonna win? Stop lying! You are not winning this game, bro. Or sis, goddamn.
Isn't it? I thought I saw something that said the 49ers have the largest from the odds in Vegas or something over their opponent for the first week.
I know that we're 7-point favorites on the road. I know that we're 7 points favorite on the road. See, now I'm a hater. It's not about hating. I want us to win it all. I want y'all to be honest with yourselves so you don't get disappointed. Okay?
I mean,
I feel you're looking for reasons not to be honest with yourselves and tell us how badass this team is.
I'm not saying we're going to go undefeated, but from what we've finally been able to see with our own eyes, Mike, how could we not be confident in the team that we have? Like, think about it. We got a deep. Hold on, I ain't finished.
You asked the question. You want me to answer it or not?
I had like an A, B, C, D, E, F, G for you to answer.
Oh, you want to run down the list? Okay.
Nah, but go ahead, because I might. Go ahead.
You said, how can we not be confident in the team that we've seen?
Yes.
Jimmy Garoppolo is still Jimmy Garoppolo.
Okay.
Trey Lance isn't ready. Hopefully, he'll become ready later on in the season, but as of right now, he's not ready.
Okay.
Wide receivers are dropping the ball more now than ever.
Okay.
Wide receivers are also injured right now.
Okay.
We don't have a wide receiver on the roster that could beat out Mohamed Sanu.
What do you mean that could?
We still got trash talk about Sanu for some reason.
I don't get what. Okay, I got you. And so those are facts. Let's. Are you ready for us to come back at those?
Sure.
Okay. So I mean, Jimmy Garoppolo is Jimmy Garoppolo. He's always going to be Jimmy. At the end of the day, Jimmy can still get us in the right position to be victors, right? And so I feel like Jimmy's been playing without starting wide receivers since the longest he's been here. Guys have been injured, and he's still been able to figure stuff out. You got a guy that you're just not talking about named Trent Sherfield that might just be the number one guy. Whether he is drafted or not, he might just be that number one guy that can stay durable, healthy, and get open. He appears he can get open. Okay, so now you got Trent Sherfield. You add him to the mix. We got a bunch of pass catching backs out of the backfield. You almost forgot about George Kittle. It's like you didn't even mention him. All right, look, the team is going back into the swing of things, man. And I think the best way for them to really showcase exactly who they are and what they are, they need to enforce their will on this Lions team that apparently isn't good enough to play against any team in the NFL. All right, new coach, new system, new players. I'm not saying they're trash. I'm just saying we need to go out there and enforce our will because we have a lot of dominant pieces. Brian, will you please iterate to this guy, Mike? The defense that is back. The defense alone can keep the game close. I don't care if we win by 3 points. I don't care if we win by 1 point.
That's what I said. I said the run game and the defensive line. I ain't saying secondary, the defensive line.
And so because of the line being where it is, I feel like we have a chance each and every game.
Absolutely.
I agree. I completely agree.
And so I'm complacent with Jimmy. I'm complacent with the Jimmy because Jimmy is Jimmy. He's going to throw some interceptions, but he's going to get some nice passes. He might take off for one run. He might get sacked 4 or 5 times. Either way, that's Jimmy. That's the Jimmy we got.
Yeah,
and
but is Jimmy going to win a shootout in week 3 against Aaron Rodgers?
Is he going to want a shootout? Kyle Shanahan would take the ball out of Jimmy's hand and a flash beat. That's
going to be clock management all the way. They're going to keep Aaron's ass sitting on the bench most of that game.
If Raheem Mostert is able to run like we've been running, don't forget we got a plethora of running backs, and I feel like 3 or 4 of them going to be suited up like every game for some reason.
Right.
We have a plethora of running backs, bro, and Kyle wants to do what first, Mike? Run the ball. And if the Packers still can't stop the run game for the 49ers, then I don't even need Jimmy out there doing what he needs like to air it out with Aaron Rodgers. I don't even expect Aaron Rodgers to be airing it out. I think he'll get a couple of balls down the field, but the pressure is going to be on. The heat will be on.
Well, like I said, I agree that we have an opportunity to win every single game. I do agree with that.
So let me ask you this, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
In the NFC, I'm not talking about the whole league, just the NFC, who are you most concerned about being our competition? And why do you think we cannot currently beat them with our roster?
The Bucks.
Oh, yeah.
That defense is no joke. Tom Brady is a field general out there.
Yeah,
they have good wide receivers. They're gonna go all over the secondary. And Tom Brady's got that quick release. God bless you. They talk about Jimmy's release and all that stuff. Tom Brady is a surgeon. You hear me?
I agree with that, Mike.
They got good linebackers. They got good defensive line. Their secondary is all right, but that's going to be a real battle. As much as I wanted to hate on that team when they first put that team together, they brought back all 22 starters, bro. That team is going to be no joke. And I'm not sure that we just smoked the Packers like we did before. I'm just not sure that happens again.
It's not even about smoking them. And I agree. I agree with you. It's a different year, different game plan. I'm sure they're going to go back and look at the film. But I think that the game plan for the Niners, they might come out and try to just punch them in the face. They might just try to come out and do something that we haven't seen that's inconvenient. You know what I'm saying? So they might come out unconventional. They might come out and just be like, hey, play action pass on the first play. We remember that play in the Super Bowl with Steve Young and Jerry Rice. And no, I'm not comparing anybody to anybody, but I just did not come out and expect for that to be the first play in the Super Bowl when the 49ers got on offense and went for a touchdown. Like, Kyle Shanahan, I feel, finally has a grasp on the players' health. Like, finally. He was being super careful as he could be with the health of players. I still feel like he's being super careful. This is why you're not getting much participation from a Jalen Hurts. Because if you can keep him healthy, he's going to be a piece that no one has ever seen before. So when Kyle Shanahan inserts him into the offense and injects it into everybody's veins, it's gonna they're not gonna know what to do. Where is he lining up? Is he in the backfield? Is he on the line? What is he doing? And so I feel like Kyle is he has these different pieces, and I feel like Kyle can finally run the offense he's been trying to run. Because of what Brian said, Jimmy should be more well versed in the script. Should be more well versed. And if Jimmy's more well versed, that's a bonus for the 49ers. That's a bonus. Even with his mistakes.
Okay. All right. So, do y'all have any stop lines to tell the people? And by the way, I got positive stop lines also. I just started with the negative because that's what gets people going.
Okay.
But do y'all have any that you want?
Well, I know that I just went back and I looked at obviously it's not 100% yet, but the Tampa Bay's roster, and I don't see that they improved across the board. So they're going to be the same.
They were
right. They got hot at the right time. We weren't playing. If they played us in 19, they wouldn't have, with Brady, they wouldn't have won.
They didn't have the same roster either.
I'm saying, like, okay, if we played last year and all of our guys stayed healthy, we would have been in the championship. I think
you remember
Tampa Bay is overrated.
You remember our Super Bowl season? We played Tampa Bay the first week.
Yeah,
and we barely beat them.
You know why we won that game?
Yeah,
2 pick sixes.
That's it.
You know who their quarterback was? Matter of fact,
Winston.
You know who their quarterback wasn't? That game goes completely different. With Tom Brady in there. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. I know.
I don't have faith in Tampa Bay to beat us. I just don't.
I love our 2019 defense.
We're only better.
If our 2019 team went against the 2020 team of Tampa Bay, I don't know.
Tampa's overrated.
They just had a bunch of weapons, dude. We barely had any DBs. They could line up 4 wide with toast. It's what the Chiefs did to us. We're toast. We're putting on these dime. We got to go dime coverage with 4 wide all game. You want Tavares Moore out there all game? Cover it? Nah. It's a bad matchup. But I do like our D this year. You know who we haven't heard much from, and it's probably because he hasn't played much. But why are we not hearing from my boy K1? I'm not hearing. Have you asked yourself that question too? Like, where's K1 Williams? Is he on leave of absence? Is he just chilling? Is he like, what is good?
He has nothing to prove as far as he's concerned. That's what it sounds like.
Okay. I'm just asking. I'm not saying he's not going to come out there and do his thing. Mike, was it last year? Was it last season? We didn't hear much from K1, and then he just didn't look like K1, and then all of a sudden he got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was. I knew it was.
I mean, look, he's 30 now, but he's from Jersey, so I'm always going to have his back. But I want to see something.
And not that I want to give KC any props, but if their offensive line had been intact, that game would not have gone the same direction it went between KC and Tampa Bay. Mahomes was running for his life that whole game because his line had 2 injuries on both ends.
Didn't TB12 throw 2 interceptions in the NFC Championship? What is that? Yes.
Yeah, he did, and they still won.
They like still, that. Yeah. I don't get it.
Like he threw interceptions, and they still won. And they still won because he was able to close out the game. That's the scary part. That's what we need Jimmy to do.
See, I sound like a hater. I'm just trying to be
No. Like if Jimmy could throw 2 picks and come out and throw and still win, I don't think people care about the 2 picks. Like seriously.
That's what happened week 3, the game that we were all at. We had like 4 turnovers,
dude. And the first one wasn't even his fault. It was because Matt Breida couldn't catch. You know what I'm saying? And so, but that I would say that against that Pittsburgh Steelers team, I just don't think that the 49ers were prepared for that quarterback. Like they thought they were going to get a Ben Roethlisberger, who is 10 times better, but Ben can sort of be stationary. He can sort of not. Like he's just a lump on the log. And so the other kid was able to move. He was able to get out of the pocket. Like it was a little different for the 49ers that year in that week 3, even though that was our best season.
All right. Well,
So did you see that tweet that Tony, or the message that Tony just sent?
just now.
That's some interesting information.
No, I'm talking to you guys before I go to bed.
So there was 8 players they pulled in for workouts today. 4 wide receivers and 4 linebackers.
Of course.
Just
49ers are always looking to stack their roster, guys. Why are we surprised?
I'm not surprised. It's just interesting when you look at the names that are on the list.
Well, read the names on the list.
Obviously, they didn't make their teams that they were on. They got cut, right? So,
what are the names on the list?
Chris Lacey, Riley Ridley, and then I don't know who John Hurst is. And it was Isaiah Zuber. I don't know that one either. But I thought that the Riley Ridley and the Chris Lacey were kind of interesting.
I thought Chris Lacey was on the team, but oh well.
Right.
Oh, Ohio State must have scored.
It's just interesting that they're looking at
that
those
ain't in my
positions
face
specifically.
because my team ain't playing. I ain't no Minnesota fan, so.
Nah, but you came on here talking fly about us getting stomped. So.
Oh, you an Ohio State fan too?
Yeah, man.
I can't wait for that matchup with Oregon.
Y'all play this year?
Yeah, we play each other.
Oh, snap.
It's going to be fun.
All right, man. Look, guys, let's go home, man. We've been on an hour. I don't know if y'all can hear my vacuum going off upstairs. Apparently, there's a wasp in my kid's bedroom, and my wife is going crazy. Only daddy can get the bugs in the house, apparently. So,
yo,
you guys don't have any stop lines, any positive news that you want to share with the faithful?
I mean, the positivity is that the team looks good, and like for me, I'm just extra excited. You know what I'm saying? And I think the fact that we were able to escape training camp, we were able to escape preseason without season-ending injuries. Like, I think that's a plus for us right now. Now, we can all knock on wood or whatever, but it was way worse last time. like last year, the year before that, the year before. Like, we were always losing a key person. And so I feel like Kyle Shanahan has realized, hey, you know what? I can't have a key person. I need key people. You know what I'm saying? Right. I need multiple people that could play this position. So if one go down, the next one steps up and does what they need to do. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like Kyle and John has finally figured out how to do their roster. It's almost like what the Patriots would do, right? Whenever the Patriots, you felt like, their end is about to run. They're about to get to the end of their run. They have players that have the same skill sets as the players that they just let go. You know what I'm saying? And so we're seeing a different type of mentality from John. We're seeing a different type of mentality from Kyle. And they're finally understanding that, hey, if we want to win a game, we got to win where? In the trenches. And they let us know that by keeping 10 defensive linemen because they put one on the IR. And they plan to bring him back. But that's a lot. But that's how the Giants won their Super Bowl. That's how the Tampa Bay Buccaneers won the Super Bowl last year, and that's how Kansas City beat.
That's how they won it with John Lynch too,
and that's how they. Warren Sapp. I see what you're saying. I just got a Warren Sapp 90 card in Madden too about an hour and a half ago. But I'm just trying to tell you, I'm trying to sell it. It's like going for like $250. You know what I'm saying? So I'm about to put that on the thing. But yo, I'm telling you guys, man, I'm so excited. Just to see like the majestic type of play calls he's going to do, not even in week 1. I feel like it's still going to be vanilla because I don't think they need to come out guns blazing because they're just going to stick to a conservative style of football. Run the ball, pass the ball, run the ball. And so we don't know what we're going to get, but you know what we are, guys? We're healthy going into week 1. And we're going to be healthy coming out of week 1. And so all I want to do is see our team go out there and execute. And so to allude to what Mike was saying about drops, I'm sure hoping when the lights are on, for real, like those drops are turned into big gains. You know what I mean? And so, hey, that's what I got. So I don't have any stop Lions because I'm just waiting and anticipated. I'm ready. I'm locked in. I'm ready to go.
You ready? Stop lying.
I'm not lying.
Not you.
Oh.
Anybody who says they didn't have butterflies in their stomach every time they saw Jimmy and Lance switch places on that field, you are a liar. Because I was nervous as hell watching all of that in Game 3.
I wasn't. I was excited like a mug.
It's exciting, but I was nervous.
I think you meant exciting or butterflies in a good way.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
So
okay.
that's what it is. Here's my final stop line for everybody. Oh, by the way, before I do this, Don Burr, I meant absolutely no disrespect at all with my question. I saw the comment. It looked like it was a serious comment, so I meant no disrespect at all. I don't joke about people's sexuality or preferences or anything like that, so I meant no disrespect at all. Here is my last stop lying. Injuries. Right now, Jalen Hurd, healthy and expected to play in week 1. Right now, Jaquiski Tartt, healthy and expected to play in week 1. Right now, Nick Bosa, healthy and expected to play in week 1. Right now, D Ford, healthy and expected to play in week 1. Right now, Jimmy Ward, healthy and expected to play in week 1. Right now, Eric Armstead, healthy and expected to play in week 1. Right now, Jimmy Garoppolo, healthy and expected to play in week 1. Right now, George Kittle, healthy and expected to play in week 1. Let's go Niners. The health, all the worries about, this team is always in it's over. You hear me? It's over. Just like it is for the Lions in the week 1 game, it's over, baby.
And for the Bills in the Super Bowl, it's over.
That was dope.
Oh, baby.
And you know what? I'm gonna need the Lions and the Lion fans out there. Stop lying. You already know that your team can't compare to this team. Okay? So stop lying to yourselves. I understand you want to believe, but y'all not the faithful, y'all the Lions. So stop lying. All right? Go get some courage. Come back next season when you guys build a better squad.
Right.
Yo, I
Pick Simba and wait till he can become Mufasa. Go away.
I want my Simba back. Though.
You're not ready to take over the pride yet, man.
Yo, I listened to this podcast this morning. You know how they have the Locked On whatever's, bro. The Locked On Lions guy cried.
This guy's
reading the final 53-man roster. He cried reading the final 50. He was like, "This team is just not good. Who are our wide receivers?" He was reading names. How did this guy make the 53? Who is this guy? Like, bro, he was upset. Do you hear me? He said, other than offensive linemen, where's the strength of this team?
He's reading the Lions roster, you mean?
Yeah. Yes. It was the Locked On Lions podcast. Bro, he was upset. Bro, he complimented one linebacker and I think one person in their secondary, and I don't even know what position it was. That's a Lions-based podcast. Don, you got to hang it up, bro. Just tap out, man. But please make sure you come back after the game is over. We want you to be a guest on our Overreaction show. You've been talking a lot of talk. We'll have a shot with you, okay? We'll have a shot with you. The podcast I'm talking about, guys, the Locked On Lions podcast. I'll show you the exact episode and everything. Make sure you get this guy was so upset with their 53-man roster. I couldn't believe it. Where's my podcast at? Here it is. Look, Locked On Lions. Where's the episode I listened to? Hold on.
Thank you, Callie. TD Minnesota, baby. Let's go.
Lions have their 53-man roster. This was posted 2 days ago. Do yourselves a favor and go listen to it.
Let's go, Miss Debbie. Oh!
You know who ain't lying? Miss Debbie.
Never
The
lie.
passion never fades. I promise. It never fades.
I promise. Never. Ever.
It can't.
Like,
It's not built that way.
Yeah.
But we thank you for the contribution, Miss Debbie. We really, really appreciate it. She says, and I quote, "Loving the passion, fellas. Let's go. Feels good, baby."
Did she just throw the Jimmy Garoppolo in there?
Feels
that
good,
was
baby.
feel great. I think she's trying to change it up a little bit.
I thought he said it feels good, baby. He didn't say feels great, baby.
Oh, he said feels great,
Feels
baby.
great.
Oh, I thought he said feels good, baby.
We
All
got
right.
a 49er fan that got that tattooed on her butt. You don't remember?
No. I
No,
don't
we're
want
not going. I shouldn't.
Now it feels great, baby.
Feels great, baby. Feels
you
great, baby. Feels good sounds better. It
All right.
feels good. Yeah, you know it feels good. Y'all don't know Tony?
Yeah, we're gonna do it again.
He said, "Y'all don't know." I might have had one of my kids to that song.
Hey, damn. that's a dope rhythm, though.
Yeah. Here we go.
Feel good baby. Sorry, kids. Sorry.
All right, we're gonna get out of here, guys. Thank y'all for checking us out tonight. We will be back to you guys shortly. Make sure you guys have everything locked on and turned on, subscribed, and all that stuff. Everything will be turned to podcast, and there's bonus audio on our podcast app. So make sure you guys go over there and check out the bonus audio. Also, we are working on some other surprises for you guys too. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Okay, we're gonna check you. Mike's kid is 30. That song. I didn't say I had a kid to that song when it first came out, bro. I saw that. Who said that? Who said that? You out of line. You were out of line. I did not say I had a kid when that song came.
Wait a minute. They did say that, yo.
Mike's having kids when he's like 6 years old.
Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Well, at least they know the date of the song, so that's cool. Song's
all right.
old.
You guys ready to go home? Can we go
I'm
home?
ready to go home. Yeah.
All right. Here we go. We're gonna point out. Prepare for glory.
Anticipate pain.
But always remain faithful.
We out of here.
Mahalo and aloha.
We all gas, no brakes, pumped up, no fakes. We spinning, we winning, we high stakes. We never miss, we all makes. Look at us dudes trying to prove, bringing you news with nothing to lose. Mike, Nick, Tony, Wayne, Method Man, we bring the pain. Hey, see, I'ma confess it. We under the pressure. If you looking to find us, we them nothing but Niners. Nothing but Niners. We nothing but Niners.